Hi everyone, I hope that you're having a great day. It is a beautiful day here in Maryland. It is like the high of 80 today. Such a nice change from all of that heat that we've had recently. I will definitely take it. It is supposed to get hot again next week, kind of up and down a little bit, but I will embrace today for sure. It is mid-afternoon. I wanted to have gotten out earlier than right now, but I just had a lot going on. I had therapy this morning and just daily life stuff. So I'm going to try to get done what I can today, take advantage of this nice weather. I have some seedlings that I want to try to get in the ground that I've grown from seed, and I have some seedlings that I want to kind of rearrange in some of my beds. And I have some purple hyacinth bean vines that I started from seed a while ago, probably a month or two ago, that really need to get in. We are supposed to go away again in a couple of weeks, so I want to make sure that I try to get some of this stuff established in containers, the seeds that I'm going to start in containers, and then the things that I'm going to transplant and things I'm going to put in the ground. I just want to have a couple of weeks to really give them a good watering and let their roots really get established in this heat. So I hope that I am successful with that. I'm just really late in doing a lot of this stuff from my injury, but I'm hoping that I can at least get something from these things I'm going to put in the ground even towards the end of the season. I'm hoping that I have a lot to look forward to come like September time frame. So let's just hop right into it. I will show you what I've got. It's going to be kind of a mishmash of things, but hopefully it'll all come together okay in a video. So let's get started. I've been stashing some plants. I have my purple hyacinth bean vine growing in these plastic cups. I have 7 of them. I think I know where they're all going. And I have a Roseanne geranium here. I am not quite sure where that is gonna go. And I have some winter stone plants that I am not sure if I'm gonna plant those today. They're real small. I have some cilantro that is really struggling to put on growth, and some gomphrena. I have this Swiss chard and a bunch of purple basil. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna plant that out yet today or not. And then I have these that I started in these seed trays. I have some zinnias, some Magellan zinnias, and some cosmos, and then these are the Pro-Cut red sunflower. Only 2 germinated for me. I think some chipmunks or something must have come along and taken some seeds. So I'm gonna start some more sunflowers today, and also I'm gonna start some more zinnias today. First, I'm gonna put in these Magellan zinnia. This Magellan zinnia is really nice because it stays a more compact size. It's only about 12 inches tall and maybe up to 12 inches wide. I'm not sure, I can't remember the width. But I'm just gonna put them in the border here. I already added some a few weeks ago, but some of them have gotten nibbled down pretty bad by rabbits. So I have 7 that I started from seed that I'm just gonna add into this border and probably just leave the rest alone. Some of them look pretty bad, but I'm hopeful that maybe they'll come back for me. So I'm gonna get these in the ground first. And I'm gonna attempt to wear a garden glove today because my daughter did my nails yesterday. She used some gel polish on them. She did a really good job. So I'm gonna try to keep my hands as clean as possible. It's really hard to wash my hands well with one hand. These have rooted in really nicely, so they are definitely ready to get into the ground. So it's a little bit later. I actually had to run to take my son to a pool to go swimming with his friends. and now the sun went behind the clouds, so it actually feels really nice. It was actually starting to feel pretty hot there for a little bit, so I am thankful for the cloud cover. But man, we are so dry. We have not had hardly any rain for weeks. We had a little bit of rain the other night, but it is just so dry. You can probably see our grass is so brown and crispy, and that happens every summer. But we could really, really use the rain. As I'm just digging here, the soil is so compacted and not very easy to work with. But it does look like there's a little more rain in the forecast for the upcoming weeks, so I am hoping that we get that. How have you guys been? Have you been getting a lot of rain, or are you kind of in like a drought? I'd love to know what's going on where you are. Just gonna give these a good watering in, and then I'm gonna spray them with rabbit spray, and just make sure that I do that almost every day, especially if it rains. Then I definitely need to reapply. I think that the rabbits got a little out of control while I was gone for a week, and I wasn't able to spray it. I did sprinkle a granule that is supposed to be water resistant right before I left, but that clearly was not enough. So definitely be a little hyper vigilant about spraying the next couple of weeks, and then right before I leave again. So this is what I usually use, is the liquid fence. It really does work well as long as you keep on top of it. Like I said, especially after it rains or you water from overhead. Dill and zinnias are all in. Some of them are looking a little sad from being eaten, but I'm hopeful that this whole little border here in front of these derunk boxwood will eventually fill out and turn into beautiful blooms. Fingers crossed I can get them to grow. It's looking so beautiful right now. I wanted to show you quick in case you missed my garden tour from, probably a couple days ago. I have these beautiful sweet peas growing up my obelisk. Oh, I love coming out here to look at them every day. I'm just so excited that I was finally able to grow sweet peas. Every year the rabbits have caught in them, and I've tried direct sowing them, which did not ever work super well for me, but the winter sowing method really did the trick. It just gave them that head start that they really needed and enabled me to plant them in the ground with, a further head start, which I think made them a little more rabbit resistant. So just loving those for as long as they last. They'll probably fizzle out pretty soon with the heat. And I also see that I am getting some zinnia flowers. These are doing really well along the border. There's an orange one coming and a white one. And it also looks like one of my Molina fleur dahlias is gonna bloom soon. So lots of fun things on the way. Before I continue with my seed starting, transplanting, planting, I just wanted to take a minute to share with you guys this awesome new pair of boots that I'm wearing that was just sent to me. So recently I was sent these awesome pair of boots. These are by the brand High C. They offered to send me out a pair to try, and I jumped on the offer. I've gotten some crazy offers through the YouTube thing. You get some really interesting affiliate offers sometimes, but this is definitely one that I wanted to take and try. First of all, because of my arm, I really need a pair of footwear. I needed a pair of footwear that I could easily slip on and off, and these are super easy to slip on and off. I wanted something that would protect my feet a little bit better than flip-flops that I often wear in the summertime. Since my injury with my hand, I am a little more hypervigilant with protecting all of my body parts, and these definitely do the trick. And I really wanted something other than my sneakers, my tennis shoes, that I could wear when it's wet and muddy out, especially in the springtime and in the fall. I think that these are going to come in really handy. Perfect for using with like long socks that are a little bit thicker. These do run a little bit on the bigger side, so I would normally wear a 7.5, and I ordered the size 7. They are a tad bit big, so I did put some of those heel stoppers in the back just to keep them from sliding up and down. I think that if I would have ordered the size 6, they would have been too small, and especially in the wintertime, I could not have worn a pair of really thick socks like in that late fall when it starts to get pretty chilly out. So I am super impressed by these. They are very comfortable. They almost feel like I'm wearing slippers, and they are going to be so easy to hose off. Everyone, so many pairs of tennis shoes working in the garden, just getting them all grungy and gross. Also have a 100% lifetime guarantee, so if anything happens to them, you are guaranteed to receive another pair, is my understanding. If you are interested in trying out a pair of these high C boots, you can use my code. They give me a discount code for 15% off. Just my first name, Devin. Just go to the High C website. It's HISEA.com. I will put everything in my description of my video. If you just scroll down and you see the description, you can just click more, and that has all of my links, including my Amazon links that I earn a small commission on. That just helps to support my channel, and now a High C link. So I hope that you will give these a try if you're in the market for boots too. So let's get back to gardening. Next, I'm going to work on my cosmos. I am actually going to transplant some of the cosmos that are right here behind these zinnias that kind of got nibbled onto. There's only a few left. I think I'm going to move those over to my Sweet Talker viburnum bed, where I have kind of a border of mixed annuals, and I also have some cosmos growing in some seed cell trays. So I am going to head on over to the other side of my yard to get that done next. So I'm just gonna dig these out right here with as much of the tiny little root system. Oh, there's not much. I am not sure if that is going to be a keeper, because you can see it is all just falling right apart. I can try. I'll try to save it. We shall see. That one's a little bit better. These are the apricota blend of cosmos. I think they get around 3 feet tall, and they're supposed to have like a really pretty pink, kind of corally, almost iridescent color to them. So I'm really hoping that I can get some to bloom. I just have not had good luck with cosmos, and they're supposed to be so easy to grow, but I don't know. We'll see if I can get them to grow this year. Here we are over by my Sweet Talker viburnum. All along the front here, I added in an annual border with zinnias and cosmos and giant marigolds. I put in some ageratum. There is some delphinium. I have to show you this delphinium. This delphinium I put in last year. I grew it from seed, and it was a mixed color variety, and only one survived, but look at how pretty that bloom is. It's my only bloom on my Delphinium. Isn't that so pretty? It's almost like a light blue and lavender color all in one. I was so excited to see that this morning. Another thing that I'm gonna do in this bed is redisperse some of this zinnia. I don't think I'm gonna have time to do all of that tonight. It's already getting a little bit late. I have to run and get my son pretty soon. But I may wake up early tomorrow morning when it's still cool out to do that project. So I am going to use, sorry, but my microphone, these cosmos in the ground, and then I am gonna try to do my purple hyacinth bean vine, and hopefully I get to seeding my sunflowers and some more zinnias, but if not, there's always tomorrow. So it looks like I have a few cosmos on this side and none over to my left. So I guess the rabbits ate all of the cosmos over there. So I'm just gonna disperse them evenly throughout this bed and hope that the rabbits don't eat this batch. I will again be very diligent in spraying this whole front border here. It's again almost an hour later. I had to go do pickup. So I am going to get these cosmos in, and it really cooled off since I left. It feels really nice. I almost feel like I could use a sweatshirt, which is amazing. I think I will get up early tomorrow morning to finish some of this that I do not get done today. I think it'll be nice and cool still in the morning from feeling the air right now. So that'll be perfect to work in. I really have a hard time working in the heat right now because of my hand. It really just creates a lot of swelling and extra pain and discomfort. So if I can work when it's a little bit cooler, that's really best for me right now. Oh no. I think I just broke a marigold. Shoot. I wonder if I could stake that up so that the stem doesn't flop over. Ugh. Here's Rosie. Are you stepping on my plants? Oh, there goes the marigold again. Oh man, that's a bummer. You missed my last video, the garden tour video. I introduced everybody to Rosie. She is our new adopted puppy. She is supposedly a Havapoo, but I don't know. Some papers say she's a Cavapoo and some say she's a Havapoo. So I'm not exactly sure what she is. But she is 4 years old and she was a breeding dog. So she is just kind of learning life all over again. She's really sweet, but doesn't really know too many commands yet. So we're having to kind of train her like a puppy. She is potty trained, which is great. You are such a cutie. I'm just gonna give this a good watering like I did the other side. Spray it with rabbit spray, and then I'll rearrange some of these zinnias. That is something that you can do if you direct seed and it did not, turn out like you were expecting, evenly dispersed. You can gently dig up the seedlings and transplant them where you want them and just keep them really well watered. Next, I'm going to work right here on this little entryway onto our patio where our hot tub is and our grill's back in there. But we have these two light poles on either side of the walkway that have these lights strung up them or on them. And my thought was that I would try to grow some purple hyacinth bean vine. I have these two right here on these poles. Now, every time I've tried to grow purple hyacinth bean vine, the rabbits have gotten them. Here, there we go. Zoom into 1 instead of 0.5. The rabbits have always gotten them. So if I can protect them, then maybe it'll be successful. Another thing is, I am not sure if they can grab onto these poles. If you know, please let me know if I need to string like some fishing line or something up to the lights for them to actually grow up. I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna try to get them in the ground, spray them real good, and maybe I'll have some purple hyacinth bean vine. I'm not sure how it's gonna grow over here because it does get more shade on this side, but we will give it a shot. I just realized that I'm growing a like purplish, reddish colored vine right next to this purple smoke bush. So that's maybe not the most ideal choice as far as contrasting colors go, but I don't know, maybe it'll look different enough that it'll be okay if I can get them to grow, which would be amazing if I could actually get them to grow up these poles. All right, now the challenge of getting things out. Oh, there we go. I think I crushed it a little bit. Oh my goodness. I think it'll be okay though. Challenge of getting things out with one arm. Okay, this is a little bit of a challenge because I have all these rocks here around our hot tub. I'm gonna see if I can dig through them and just move them out of the way a little bit. Oh, I smell this. I have this perennial geranium right here. It smells so good. Maybe this wasn't the best idea to put this here, but I don't know. We will see. All right, try number 2. Oh gosh, made a mess. Well, if this actually makes it, then it is a super tough plant. I'm just gonna tuck the rocks back in around it. All right, good luck. Hope it makes it. I watered in the purple hyacinth bean vine really well. I'm gonna try to get a couple more in the ground. I may not get anything else done because it is almost 8 o'clock and I have some other stuff to do inside. I have a video to edit for you guys, the garden tour I did this past week, and just some household stuff. So it's been a little bit challenging trying to get all of these little garden projects in. Every hour I have to do exercises for my hand, so that takes up a lot of time, but I'm just trying to squeeze things in here and there. So let's see where I want to put the rest of the purple hyacinth bean vine, and then I think we'll wrap it up and I'll see what I can get done in the morning. I have these 2 purple hyacinth bean vines here, and my plan was to put them on this obelisk because these sweet peas are more cooler weather plants. I know it's been really hot and they've actually been doing really well, but they will eventually start to fizzle out and kind of look, you know, pretty ratty. So my plan was to put these hyacinth bean vines on the trellis so that hopefully eventually these can take over. Again, we'll see if I can protect them. But I think I'm just gonna put 2 because these can be very vigorous growers. I'm hoping that they are. So 2 I think should be plenty. So I think I'm gonna put 1 on each corner is my thought, and maybe I will tuck it. I don't know if I'm gonna tuck it on the inside or the outside, but that's my plan. So let's get these done, and then I think I'll be finished for the night. That is all I am going to get done today. I know that I didn't get done nearly what I had said that I wanted to get done with my seed sowing. All I'm going to do is fill some like gallon plastic containers from previous plants that I've put in the ground, fill that with potting soil, and just sprinkle my zinnia seeds, put maybe 3 to 5 sunflower seeds in each one, and let them take off, and I will have more flowers to plant out in the ground. And that kind of succession sowing of seeds is really great for things like sunflowers and zinnias. Sunflowers come in and out of bloom so quick, so it's nice to have another round to put in a little bit later in the summer. And then with zinnias, a lot of times they can get something called powdery mildew, so they start looking a little bit not so great towards the end of the summer. So it's nice to have a fresh batch of zinnias to kind of come around after that first batch has kind of fallen prey to the powdery mildew. So that's my plan with the seeds, and just kind of some other really random projects that I want to get done that I'll probably do tomorrow. But yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. It is a beautiful evening. It is probably in the 60s right now. Just gorgeous. So I hope that you guys are getting maybe a little taste of some nice weather too, and that you're all doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.